Hi everyone, as y'all just seen, I just came from the thrift store and I tried my best to film in there, but I got a little story for y'all, but we're gonna talk about that later. I tried my best to film in there. Y'all seen where I was digging through the bins a little bit, and then y'all see that big old bag I got here on the floor that I gotta throw in the wash, and then y'all also saw the piles that I have on my couch. That's the stuff that's already been washed. That's the stuff that's already been like sorted through and I already had for a couple of months now, and that I have listed, but I do want to see where I can turn them in locally so I can get profit from them, because it's like stale inventory at this point. No one has looked at them online in a while, so I want to kind of get rid of the stuff so it's not just piling up in my house. So there's that. So those are already washed. It's just the stuff that's in the bag that's not washed yet, and the stuff that's in the bin is washed too. So the challenge is, just to get to the point, the challenge is I spent $36 at the thrift store, and I want to see how much I can make by turning all of this in for profit off to consignment shops in my local area. So there's about three that I'm familiar with: Plato's Closet, Uptown Cheapskate, and then Once Upon a Child. That's the children consignment store, and I want to see how much I can make with just this $36 that I spent and how I can flip it, like how much I will profit from it. So there are a couple items in this Goodwill haul that I'm going to keep for myself. I did find some things for Deontay, but it was only a little bit of things, so I'll probably subtract it at an average, and then we're just gonna see how much we made. So yesterday I did go to a consignment shop and I turned in a couple of items. So what's on my couch, or on one of the couches, is stuff that I'm going to like go through to kind of relist, kind of edit the listings, because that's the stuff that they didn't want. And Play-Dohs don't be taking all this stuff, so I'm not even gonna mess with them. Play-Dohs be playing. That's why their name is Play-Dohs, because they be playing, y'all. They be playing. They be saying that they don't take the stuff, or they be like criticizing your stuff, and then when you go to shop there, the stuff that you like, the stuff that they have on the shelves is like worse and worse condition than your stuff, or it's out of style, or it's something super old that's in there. So I don't understand. Well, my Play-Dohs, they're kind of honest with me. Like they'll say like, oh, we just have too much of the same things, or we just have too much of that stuff in our inventory, so we just don't want to accept it. They'd be like, you know, it's nothing wrong with your items, we just have too many of those and they're not selling at the moment, so you know it's got to come back at another time, which I understand that. But they be playing. That's just my take. But I did go to a consignment shop, yeah, earlier this week or yesterday, and I made $19. Not bad, given that they only took a couple of items, because like my thrift store hauls be only 20 max. I just overdid it this time so I can see how much, because I'm giving it to 3 different stores, so I had to like kind of source the products, styles and types, and what would fit each store. So that's why I spent a lot more than I usually do. But to make $19 over a couple items was just good to me. That was fine. Extra cash in my pocket is always a good thing. So I am about to just throw these clothes in the washer, but I did want to tell y'all the story of why, you know, I didn't film that much in Goodwill, and there was a lot of things going on. So I'm just telling y'all the story, y'all. I'm not complaining. I know I've been working on myself and my spiritual journey, being more connected to Christ, so I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to bash anybody, and I'm not going to, you know, say anything negative. I'm just telling y'all the story, and I'm telling y'all how it's going to, like, you know, how it made me reflect back on myself. So let's get started. So first of all, I went to Goodwill, and today is Saturday, so that was my first mistake. It's going on a busy weekend day. They're closed tomorrow, so everybody was up in there trying to do their shopping, and I found a lot of things, so it wasn't a bad thing for me to come on a Saturday. But Saturdays is when everybody is, you know, in there, like it's a frenzy up in there. Okay, Friday I went the last time and there was a frenzy up there, so it's the weekend days. Because I noticed, like, when I was going on Mondays and Wednesdays and Thursdays, it wasn't that bad. You know, it was chill vibes. Everybody kind of respected your space and everybody kind of do their own thing. But on the weekend, it's mad people in there, so it's just not my kind of crowd. You know how I've been telling y'all, I've been trying to work on having anxiety in crowds and spaces and stores where there's just a bunch of noise and people asking questions. I'm trying to work on that. So It was fine. I was fine. My shopping experience was okay. I found a lot of things. I didn't mind people coming around me, and I didn't have my AirPods. So that's a step, because I usually put the AirPods in to block the noise and kind of act like, don't talk to me, don't look at me. But I didn't do that this time. I forgot them. So I'm working. I'm doing better. So did my shopping experience, so it was, you know, good. And then went to the register, found out all this was $36. I was fine because I thought it was going to be 50, so I was like, you know, good. And then on my way out, there was an older man, and he was standing by the door, and he was talking to a younger woman, and she was, you know, trying to help him. He asked her for her help, and she was like, yeah, sure, fine. So, you know, they was having a conversation or whatnot, and I was on my way walking out. And y'all see how big the bag is, and y'all see that the bag is tore open. If y'all need to go back, go ahead and go back. So I was walking out, and he said something to me, but I didn't hear him because I thought they were having a conversation like together. And I looked at him just to make sure I wasn't ignoring him, because I don't give off like mean girl vibes. I don't want to ignore anybody. So I looked just to be sure he was talking to me, because like they were facing my direction. So I glanced. So then when I realized that he was talking to me, I turned and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, what did you say? You know, I'm being polite. And then he was like, he said something again I didn't understand. He said, well, when I finally like understood him, he was like, oh, like, are you parked far? Or, you know, so I thought, you know, he was joking about the stuff that I had in my car, because the bag took up the whole cart. So I thought he was just, you know, making casual conversation like, oh, are you parked far? Because it was a big bag. And I was like, oh, no, I'm not. You know, thank you, though. Like, I laughed it off and chuckled. And then he was like, no, I need your cart. And I was like, oh, that was fine. And, you know, the younger lady that was with him, she was like standing to the side, and she came to me like, you know, let's get this cart. So I was okay with giving them the cart, but like, okay, let's just give a backstory. I'm sorry, I'm dragging it, so I'm just gonna like kind of rush it. So my Goodwill is split into like two different parts, and then like they have an outlet and then the retail side and what else. So the retail side usually has all the carts, because like people go there, but people like the outlet where the bins are. So those carts are always taken on that side. So what I usually do, I just walk on the retail side, grab a cart, and just walk around. Like, they don't really mind, because it's not like you're stealing their cart. You're just taking their cart and going to a different department. So he was standing near the retail side where all the carts were, but he was standing on the outside of it, like where the main doors were, so, you know, he could ask someone for a cart. So I just was like, okay, I didn't mind giving them the cart, but it's like the way like she came to me to get the cart, and that bag is huge, and the bag is not, you know, good material, so it tore open as soon as I tried to pick it up. And then when I was picking it up and it was tearing open, and she went to go grab the cart from me, she laughed at me. She laughed. And like, I know she didn't mean nothing wrong about laughing. You know, some people just laugh because it's awkward and stuff like that. It's like, oh, sorry to bother you, so I'm laughing. So I get that, because I chuckle all the time at the wrong moment. So I'm not saying like she was laughing at me because my bags were open, but my bags were open. And no, I wasn't parked far. I wasn't parked far like thinking when I had the cart. But when I had to carry that bag and try to not have all my stuff all up in the parking lot, it was a far walk. And I didn't want to be rude to just say, the carts are in the retail side, like right in front of you. Just go get one and it'll be fine. Because he had a cane. And I didn't want to be rude to his helper, because she, you know, she was down to help him. So I was like, you know, let me just do this good deed and shut my mouth. So I did it. And I feel good about it, but at the same time, I was like feeling bad about myself that I was at a disadvantage. But that's just God like reflecting on, like God was sending a sign to me for me to reflect on that. Sometimes, okay? Sometimes you do have to, I want to word this in the right way because I don't want you to be like, oh gosh, what? Like, I don't want to be like, you gotta suffer for others. Like, that sounds, that sounds like harsh, but in a way you do. Like, sometimes you have to disadvantage yourself to be an advantage to others. And I know we live in a world where, you know, we're supposed to take care of ourselves. Like, we are like our priority. So like, we're supposed to have self-respect and hold ourselves really high at a high standard. So it's like, oh, I shouldn't be putting myself at a disadvantage just because they don't want to do such and such and such. Like, we're very defensive of ourselves, which is good. I mean, well, I wouldn't say good because we're supposed to be unselfish, but it's understandable because, you know, we're supposed to stand up for us. We're supposed to love us. Like, we own us. Like, we're supposed to defend ourselves. But in a way, to serve others, because that's what God is all about. That's what Jesus is all about, is serving others. And Jesus said that he didn't come to, wait, I want to say it right. So I'm going to look up the Bible scripture because I don't want to say anything wrong, because you're not supposed to add to the word. You're not supposed to take away. All right, so Mark 10:45 says, for even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and give his life as ransom for many. So we have to serve others. If we want to be like Jesus, we have to serve others, even if it's causing us at a disadvantage. So with me giving a cart, it caused me a disadvantage because my bags were open and I had to walk to my car and I had to put everything in the trunk, and then the trunk had all the clothes out, and then when I got to my house I had to like scoop everything one by one. Yes, that gave me a disadvantage in the long run, but it gave that man an advantage to not have to walk all the way to the retail center, get a cart, and then, you know, maybe his helper had somewhere to go or somewhere to be or things. And if he's going to the outlet side, he actually does have to walk around. So I get him preserving his energy and things like that. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to slander. I'm not going to do anything like that, because we are made new in Christ and we cannot be having them old ways, because the old me would have complained about this and then started, somebody asked me about my day, I probably would have brought this up. I probably would. But I'm letting this go and I feel good about my good deed. In the moment I was having like, you know, oh, why? But as I calmed down and as I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? I'm glad I did it. I'm glad that I was a person, and I'm glad that he was comfortable enough to come to me, because there was a lot of people that was walking by, and there was a lot of people that, you know, I won't say like prejudging people, because, you know, some people just have that resting face, but a lot of people was giving off like rudeness, like walking fast, walking past, and things like that. So I'm glad that I was able to be a help, okay? I know y'all probably don't believe me because of, like, the way that I told the story and how the things was going on, and like I didn't understand, but I feel good about being out. I did. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw all of this stuff in the wash, and then I'll show y'all snippets of like things that I'm excited about. I don't know if y'all want me to show like everything. So like this time I'm just gonna show snippets of things that I feel like were like top quality. I found some things that was new with tags too, so we're gonna get into that, but that's after everything is like washed and put away and things like that. But yeah, so I don't know if y'all want to see everything, so I'm gonna show it in snippets this time, like top things that I feel like they're gonna take, like some things that I know for a fact they're gonna take based on my experiences and based on what they said that they were looking for. And then with that, I do got personal items that I'm gonna go through, probably do some try-ons like I did the last time, and then once everything is all packed together, we're gonna go to the places. Now right now it's late, so I'm not gonna do it today, and then tomorrow is Sunday, so I'm not gonna do it tomorrow either, because some of them open late or some of them are just not accepting things with their selling counters. Like, it's for like only a small period of time, and I gotta go to church, so I can't go there early in the morning like I normally would. So we can't do it tomorrow, so it'll probably be Monday. And if not Monday, it'll be Tuesday. I will tell y'all what day it is when I'm going to go do it. And then we just gonna document how much we make from each store and see if it's worth just selling locally or is like selling online better. But to give y'all a rundown about that, I know I'm rambling a lot, but to give y'all a rundown about that, I like to sell locally, like personally, because like you get the cash on hand on the spot. But I also like selling online if you're looking for more of a profit, but you gotta take account that's going to take a lot more time to sell online, because you know not everybody's seeing the listings. It's more of a like a competitive market online. So like you have people that's like super popular with the reselling, has been doing this for years. They know how to tag things, they know how to list things, they know how to take the pictures and make them look really pretty and professional. They know how to really flip it, like, and do, you know, things with it. They got a cleaner person, they got people on hand. So if it's just you and this is something that you're looking into, it's very competitive online, and it takes a long time. Sometimes you'll have a listing up there for like 4 months and then it will finally sell, but then you have to hold on to that item for 4 months to actually get some money. So but you make more money online because you can set your own prices rather than the consignment shop kind of cheating you, because some of them do, some of them be like, it could be a brand new thing with a tag and they tell you they give you 40% of the price, but then sometimes they just be like, oh, you took like 30 of my items that were all in good condition and then you're trying to offer me 20 bucks. No. So it's like everything, it's a risk. It's a, you know, trial and error kind of thing. So if you're looking into it, it's not an easy thing. But if you stay consistent and you understanding, and then you get your inventory for the right price that is able to make a, you know, a decent profit off of it, then it's worth the try. Hi everyone, today is the next day. So today is Sunday. So I was supposed to talk to y'all last night after the clothes finished drying, but I did have to wash the clothes in separate loads and get everything dried, so like separately, because it was a huge load. So by the time everything finished, it was nighttime and I was eating dinner and I was in the bed. So here we are now. Everything's washed, everything's sorted where I'm going to take things, and everything is kind of put in its own place. I do have to find like a reusable bag or container to put the clothes in that I'm taking to Plato's closet. I have to find one to put all the clothes in. I already have the clothes going to Once Upon a Child in a container that I already had pre-made up. So there is that. So we're gonna get into the items, but first I do want to tell y'all that I may be only going to 2 stores, and the reason being is because I did just drop off some clothes on Friday to Uptown Cheapskate. So I don't know what their schedule is, because most of the consignment shops in my area, they only take from you like once a week because they have a high demand of, you know, sellers, and they're getting in more inventory than they're actually selling out. So I do understand them only letting you come once a week. And also I don't really have that much for them. Like they have the same like style type as Plato's Closet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how much Plato's Closet take inventory wise, or what I bring in, and then I'll just bring the remainder to them later in the week on when it hit a week on Friday. So that's how we're going to do it. So it's not going to all be in one day as I anticipated it on being like that, but it's going to be a little bit later. So we're still going to total it all up as if we went there the same day, but this is not going to be on the same day, so y'all gonna have to wait another day until I actually drop it off there. But I'm going to edit it and merge it like it all happened together, so don't worry. All right, so we're going to get into these items. The first thing I'm going to show y'all is the stuff I'm taking to Once Upon a Child, because I've been selling to them for a while, so I kind of know what they're going to take and what they're not going to take, versus Plato's being like a up in the air kind of thing. Sometimes they'll take it, sometimes they won't. So we're gonna get into this. First thing I have from Once Upon a Child is this Adidas dry fit shirt. I've sold like many of these to them. They really like the active wear for kids, and it's the size 4. So they do need more boy clothes than girls clothes, so I kind of was on the lookout for boys clothing, and I'm just making sure that there's nothing on this. It looks in pretty good condition to me, so I feel like they will take this. Now if they have a high inventory of it, they might not, but I feel like they would. Also found this polo t-shirt in really good condition, and this is also 14-16 in boys. We do still also have some girl stuff. This is a dress, and it's size 5T by the brand Cat and Jack. That's a Target brand. They love Cat and Jack and Carter's, so I always give them that. And like I said to y'all before, whatever they don't take, I can just give to my nieces and nephews, so it's all going to be used either way. So it's not like I'm just buying this stuff just to buy it for profit. I also use items that they don't take and give them to people that I know. I thought this was really cute, and I'm pretty sure they're going to take this. It is a a jean jacket by Cat and Jack, and the hoodie has little ears, like little cat ears. It's so cute. It's in the size 10, 12. Now that is like a little bit bigger than any of my nieces and nephews, but like we can always hold on to it until they grow into that size. And like my mom, she likes to keep all the clothes together because they're all different ages, so they can kind of like cycle and hand down clothes. So I like that. So we're making use out of things. I'm just gonna show y'all a couple more items from Once Upon a Child because it is a lot of stuff in here, so I'm not gonna like overwhelm y'all, and then we're gonna get into the playlist closet stuff. I found these cute jeggings with like patchwork. That's so cute. It's from the brand Wonder Nation. I think they sell this in Target as well. I'm not sure, but they have accepted this brand. Even though it's not on their list of brands that they take, they have accepted a couple items by Wonder Nation that I have brought in. Also found these little jeggings with hearts on them from Children's Place. They love that brand there, and I think they will really love these because the seasonal kind of things, with Valentine's Day coming up, they do put like a little case of little costumes, little things that's like related to Valentine's Day or whatever holiday it is at the time. So I'm pretty sure that they will take these, and then I'm gonna show y'all like one more item and then I'm just gonna move on. Now this one I know that they will take. They love like brands like Under Armour, Nike, anything that's like athletic kind of wear. Even though they don't list that of the brands that they take, they do take this. This is a Star Wars hoodie made by Under Armour, and it's boys, so they need the boys clothes. Size 7, and it's in really great condition, like almost new. The graphic is really crisp. So yeah, that's what I have for Once Upon a Child, plus a whole lot more. And then I'll show y'all the items that they didn't take, so y'all can like see a reference of stuff that they do take. Now it does depend on area. If you are like looking to do this, it depends on area, also demand of that store and what they're selling and what they're bringing in. So you can't like go based on the stuff that I get, but like it's like a good guide to see like what they do and do not take. So I'll show y'all what they don't take as well. All right, so for Plato's Closet, there's only like a couple of items that I'm like somewhat confident that they would take because they don't really be taking nothing. Like they don't, like if you know, you know. So I did find a lot of items by the brand Wild Fable, and Wild Fable is like a Target brand that's like really popular. It's really like teen, you know, the look that people pretty much like teens pretty much be wearing now. So I found this cropped hoodie by Wild Fable. You back up so y'all can see it, and it's in this like tie-dye washed bleached type of print. It's size extra large, and it's in pretty decent good condition. There's no like fading spots or anything, and it does feel like new. There's no like lamp balls or anything up there, so I feel like they may consider taking that. I also found this sweater vest by Wild Fable. I thought that this was cute, something that, you know, that Gen Z look. I'm Gen Z, so I don't even know why I'm saying it like that, but I don't be dressing like how, you know, the 16-year-olds be dressing like. So it's a sweater vest. I also found another kind of cardigan thing from Wild Fable. A cropped cardigan. I actually wanted to keep this for myself, but I don't know how to style like cropped cardigans because it's like you want to look warm, but then you're also showing your skin. So I don't know how to really style that. But this is in size extra small, even though it looks a little bigger than that. I think that's really cute. Also, I found some jeans that were like new by American Eagle. They're still stiff, they're not stretched out. They're size 0, so I don't know their demand on sizes at the moment because that does play a factor. But found some of these. And then I also found, I'm not sure how they feel about Forever 21 because they've never accepted anything from Forever 21 from me because I feel like Forever 21 is local. So and their prices aren't like sky high. Like they are high, but not sky high. So I don't know how they can make a profit. Like they also have to look at how they're going to make money too. So I don't know if they will take this. But I found like this little crop top, you know, teen hip look. I was trying to go based on the looks more than the brands, because that's a tip with Plato's Closet. It's like the look. They're looking for a specific look and the trend that's in right now. So you could say, oh, this is Lululemon, this is this, but I mean, that's in, so they probably will take that. But you could say like the brand and be like, I can't believe they didn't take this. It's more of the look. So got this. But like I said, whatever they don't take, that's the last thing I did on the show. But whatever they don't take, Uptown Cheapskate will definitely take. I've sold Forever 21 to them. They took sweaters from me. They also said like Wild Fable is one of the brands that they will take as well. So I'm not really worried about losing out on profit. And whatever neither of them take, I can just like list it online and just wait a while for someone to get. So I'm not really worried about it. And then sometimes I find myself like, before I even list online, I'll be like, I can fit this. I'm gonna just keep this. So everything is useful. There's a couple other things that I've had that was already here, but I'm not really confident in those items because some of them are still like Forever 21 kind of lowball kind of brands to them, not to me at all. Like I think that they're top quality, but some of them don't feel like because they have to sell at a discounted price than their original price. So if it's like originally $17 at Forever 21, that means they have to sell it for like $6-7, and they're not really getting a return. So I understand why they don't take certain things. But that was all from Plato's that I feel like semi that they would take based like style wise. Oh, I found one more thing. I thought this was like pretty hip enough for them. It's like one of these like utility kind of like jogger jegging jean things. I have like 2 pairs of these by American Eagle. I like them. I'm gonna have a light and a dark pair. This is just a size 6, so I can't fit a size 6. So if I could fit them, I would definitely keep them. So I'm just gonna add this in the bundle for Plato's Closet. All right, so I got everything bagged up and put away. So I found a reusable bag for that Plato's Closet items. So we're just gonna let that sit there until tomorrow. I may go tomorrow or Tuesday, but I'll let y'all know what day it is, of course, when I go. And yeah, I did tell you I got some items myself, but instead of doing like a try on haul like I usually do, I do want this video primarily focused to be on how the reselling process goes as far as the stuff that, you know, I got myself. I will show y'all that at a different time, but I do want to try it on for myself so I can see myself and whatnot. So yeah, because the sun is going down and I'm about to go down and eat, so I will see y'all when we turn the clothes in. All right, y'all. So today is Friday. Yes, Friday. We are later in the week. I'm holding y'all kind of low because I don't have my mount and I don't want people to think I'm filming them with the way that my camera is because it's packed out here. It is packed. Well, it was packed, and once upon a child, I already dropped the clothes off there. And then it wasn't that packed in Plato's Closet, so I just went ahead and dropped it off there as well. So we just trying to wait and trying to see what offers they give me. I think Plato's Closet is going to get back with me first because I don't think there was anyone in the queue, or it was like 1 or 2 people in the queue before I had signed in. And then once upon a child, it was like 30 people in line, and I was probably like the 10th person. So it's gonna take a hot minute. I'm just gonna wait out here. I may go back home though if it takes way too long. I don't want to be sitting out here for hours, obviously. So yeah, there's that. So we're waiting on offers. And y'all, I tried to do a little curly curl with my hair differently, like when it was wet and like tight, so it looked a little stiff right now, but it's because I didn't separate the curls because I want to have this as long as possible. So yeah, so we looking like Annie today. Shirley Temple, whatever y'all want to call it. Also, y'all, because Once Upon a Child was so packed, I don't think they're going to take a lot of stuff because, like, it was a lot of different people. If they have the same, like, item or have a hella inventory, they're not going to take anything that I got that's the same as someone else. So that's the advantages of coming early. I came on the dot when they opened, but obviously, or apparently, they had people in line waiting outside the door and they just let them all in. And by the time I got in on the dot, line was wrapped around the building. So, and then now they're trying to say that you can only bring 1 tote, which I only bring 1 tote anyway, but they want you to bring 1 tote instead of multiple because they have an overload of clothes. So we might not get that big of an offer, and that's fine. I can always come back on another day. And I just realized that they opened like another consignment shop for children a little bit closer, so we can always go to another one. So it's good. We still good. All right, y'all. So Plato's Closet sent me the text that it's good to go see what they took and see if I want to accept their offer. And that was a little too quick. So I told y'all Plato's be playing. So hopefully they took enough stuff. But like I said, it's not really pressed on anything. I can always put it online, but I want to see what they took. So I'm kind of eager to get this stuff home. And if it's a full bag, I'm gonna tell y'all and show y'all what they didn't take, like I said. All right, so we just came back out of Plato's, and they took 9 of my items, surprisingly. Even though like I gave them probably like 25 items, they took 9 of them, which they said due to high inventory they couldn't take a lot, which I understand. And surprisingly, I got $31.50. So that was more than I expected. So for 9 items, they gave me $31.50. It depends on what they took. I didn't really look at it. They didn't give me the receipt. I signed the thing to see what they took, but they didn't give me the actual like my copy of the receipt so I can see what they actually took. So I have to go through it myself. And they don't be giving me that receipt now that I think about it. Like the other one, Uptown Cheapskate, they give me a receipt, but they don't. So I should just take a picture though, but that's on me. But $31.50. So we're still waiting on Once Upon a Child, and then we're gonna get the combined total. To remind y'all, I only spent $36 at the Goodwill, so we already made more than half. We're already hitting that money, getting the money back. So it might be a decent profit. Maybe I saved like a $20 profit. I think they're probably going to give me like $30 as well because I was not earliest in line, and depending on what they have in inventory, they might not take everything. So we're probably going to get probably like $30 from there too. So it's going to be like 60. I don't know. But I don't know yet. I don't know. But Once Upon a Child, their queue, they have like a little text message system that show you where you are in the queue. It's saying that they're not going to get to my things or complete my things until about 11:45ish. Right now it's about 10:45ish. So I have another hour. They usually finish it before the estimated time though. So I'm just going to wait around for a little bit. But if it hit around, I don't know, because I still have things that I can do right quick. Like I just finished my Bible study in the car. I brought my devotionals. So I can read and keep myself entertained for a little bit. And then once I finish with all of that, they should be done. So it might take an hour. I'm fine. I'm content in my car, just minding my business. And it looked like it's about to rain like storm. So I do want to get home before that. I might get caught up in it, but it's all good. All right, y'all. So I had to pull up to the Target to use the bathroom because now it is 12 o'clock and we still ain't get no offer yet. So I know that they was really busy. I don't want to waste the gas to go all the way back home, but I'm giving them to 12:30. If they don't get back with me to 12:30 or by 12:30, then I'm just gonna have to dip. All right, y'all. So as y'all can see, I am back home. They still haven't gotten in contact with me. I've been home for a while now, y'all. It's going on about 3 o'clock if it's not already 3 o'clock. And the thing in the queue still say 11:45. So I don't know if their system is down. I don't know what the case may be. But I do know they said just wait for them to text me for the pick up. And I know when they were trying to get people to wait around, like that were shopping in the store, they said about 45 minutes for them. But I don't know. And I don't like to be that rushy person to like call them and be like, hey, is something wrong with y'all system? Or I'll turn my closing at 9:30. Why is it like 3 now and still not done? Because it did have a lot of people and a lot of things, and I'm pretty sure they're still sorting. So we're just gonna wait, and if they don't get in contact with me, I'll just show up maybe like an hour or so before closing, like an hour to 30 minutes before closing, and just ask them and whatnot, just show back up. But I'm home, so good thing I did not wait in the car that long. I was getting a little stir crazy, I'm not gonna lie. I was content in my car in the beginning, but after 3 hours has passed and it was 12:30 from me being out there since 9:30, I was like, it's time for me to go. So after I used the bathroom at Target, I was like, no, I need to go. I need to get out this car. I need to go walk around. I want to be back at home. And it's kind of hot outside to add on to that. I think it's going to storm. It hasn't rained yet, but it's kind of hot for it to be winter and that the freezing temperatures that it was just a couple of days ago. So It might be some snow, I don't know. But y'all, I am just chilling here. I do still have the stuff in my car of everything that Plato's didn't take. I kind of wanted to do it collectively together, but I may just go in my car and just get all the things that Plato's didn't take, go through that first. That way we can just focus on Once Upon a Child whenever they get back in contact with me. All right, so I have the bag and I'm going to show y'all everything that they did not take. So first up were these American Eagle jeans. They didn't want these, which I didn't think they were going to take them anyway. They didn't take this Forever 21 kind of cropped sweater. But I'm going to put this to the side because Uptown Cheapskate probably will be interested in this. They didn't take these Good as New, almost, American Eagle jeans. I don't know why no one wants these, because Uptown Cheapskate didn't want them either, but then it could just be they have a high inventory of jeans, so there's that. Didn't want these Tommy Hilfiger biker shorts. I didn't think they would want them. That's probably not the season that they're taking them. They say they accept everything like out of season and whatnot, but sometimes they don't. They didn't take the Wild Fable cropped hoodie. Uptown Cheapskate probably would take this as well. Didn't take the Forever 21 crop top graphic tee. They don't really be taking Forever 21, like I said before. They don't really make a profit off taking Forever 21 because they have to sell it cheaper than Forever 21 prices. And Forever 21 is not like super expensive as other brands. So I understand why they didn't want to take it. I just thought they would take it for style. Alright, so they didn't take this North Face kind of pull over. I didn't expect them to. It's not in terrible condition. Not in terrible condition, but it's not in like almost new. Like you can tell that it's been worn, but it's still in great condition, like for another wear. But they wanted to look almost brand new, so I understand why they didn't take this. They didn't take these Nike joggers. Also didn't take these Pink by Victoria's Secret leggings or yoga pants. Now this Madewell shirt is new with tags, but I didn't mean to put this in the pile to take to Plato's Closet. I should have put this for Uptown Cheapskate since they take more so of like women's clothing and not just trendy teen clothing. They will probably want this because it's new with tags. They didn't take the Champion sweatshirt. Didn't think that they would. And they didn't take these American Eagle pants that I thought was like really cute and trendy. There were also like a couple of Shein items I tried to throw in there just to see if they would take, and they didn't take them, so there's that. But I do know when I took the clothes to Uptown Cheapskate, they did take like a couple of Shein dresses that I had, so they didn't take these. It's bodysuits, so I can see why they don't want to take them, because maybe it's other reasons why they don't want to take them. But yeah, so that's all they didn't take. They did take a lot. They took the Wild Fable sweater that I showed y'all earlier. I had another thing by Wild Fable that I didn't show y'all, but it was like a flannel shirt. They took that, which I'm surprised they took that, because I didn't know like that plaid flannel look was still in. I like it, but I didn't know that that was still trendy. They took the Wild Fable sweater vest for sure, and there was a couple other personal things I had in here and I just can't remember, but I have like a little inventory online that I'm gonna have to edit now. Oh, they took that Adidas tank top too, but I don't think I showed y'all that, so I can't really. I wish they gave me the receipt so I can show and tell y'all what they took, but they didn't give it to me. So I have to go in my own little inventory or what I have photos of and whatnot and try to weed out what I no longer have. As far as what I'm going to do with the rest of the stuff, I'm just going to list it if it's not already listed and just wait for someone to be interested in it online. Hey y'all, so today is actually Sunday. Yesterday was rough, y'all. Yesterday was so rough. I did not want to get out of bed. Yesterday was my Sunday, so now it's Sunday. I feel rejuvenated. So we just came back from church, so I am settled down now. So last time I talked to y'all was Friday, and I was waiting for Once Upon a Child to get back in contact with me about the clothing. I came back home and I was waiting, y'all. And y'all, patience is key because it paid off. I received an offer for $84 from Once Upon a Child. So they got back with me on Friday, a little bit after I talked to y'all. It was about like 3, maybe 3:30 when I talked to y'all, and then they gave me the offer or the text message around about 5-ish. So then we went there around 6, me and Deontay. And when I got in there, because they were about to close in like a couple of hours, they were like, we want to offer you $84. And I was like, wow, really? Because they took literally almost everything. Like, it's only like 2 clothing pieces in here, and they've never taken everything before. And then with all that stuff that I thought they were taking from everybody else, I didn't think they was gonna take any of my items. So like, God works in mysterious ways, and that we gotta be patient, because patience is gonna pay off in the end when you're patient. So I'm just gonna show y'all what they didn't take. All right, so they didn't take this little graphic tee by Simple Joys by Carter's. It's in the size 3T. And my nephew, he can definitely fit this, like, so I'm just gonna give this to him. But they didn't take this. They normally don't take anything by Simple Joys. I don't know why. I guess because it's a Carter's spin-off brand and not really Carter's. So they normally don't take anything from them. They also didn't take this Children's Place shirt, size 12. They didn't take this the last time either. This is like a repeat that I gave to them. So they clearly don't want this, or they may have too much in their inventory of this. And this is surprising because this is boys clothing, and they usually want all the boys clothing. Then they didn't take this Nike shirt either, and I think it's because it doesn't have a specific sizing. You know how some things will say like size 7, size 8, give you the numerical kind of sizing. It just says large, and it's a youth large, but I don't think they have like a category for that to show, because this could say large, but it's not the large that somebody would need for a kid. They don't have the direct sizing on it. So it was only 3 items that they did not take. All right, so just to give y'all a recap so we can total up the profits, I spent a total of $36 at the Goodwill, and I made $31 at Plato's Closet, and then $84 at Once Upon a Child. So that's $115 in total. Now I did have a couple of items laying around that I threw in the Once Upon a Child bin, so we can kind of estimate that 36 and turn it to like 40 bucks. So with that, if you do the math, I made a $75 profit. Or if you just want to total it with the $36, I made a $79 profit. But that's a good profit either way, because I was thinking that was only going to be 30, and it's like over 70. So as I said before, the stuff that Plato's didn't take, I'm just going to list it. I don't usually list the kids' clothing because I save that for my nieces and nephews. So I'm going to list everything that Plato's didn't take, and then we can see if we get a profit online for those. But if you want some fast cash, the consignment shops are the way to go. We made an over $70 profit, so there's that. So if you are willing to risk more money, like with your shopping, or if you have things like laid around that you have an abundance of and you just need some quick cash, this is the way to go, because that's a decent profit. All right, so this concludes this vlog / into my hobby, thrifting, consignment shop, reselling process type of thing. Like I always say, if you want more details on how I inspect the clothing, how the process goes, what I look for, or what's in, if you need some help with things like that, if you're just now starting this, always feel free to comment below, and I'll make a separate, more detailed video. But this is more of like the outside workings of it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I will see y'all all in the next one. Bye.